thing, when you read the book or whatever, the most significant thing about the character is his physicality and that, the way he looks and the way his body is and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I definitely was very reticent about taking it on, first of all, mainly because I couldn't be bothered to get a six-pack.
It looks good though.
It's all gone now. All gone to shreds.
Were you reading any of the blog sites as well? Because initially there was a backlash against your casting. How did you feel about all of that?
You know, I was expecting it. So if you turn up at the Ideal Man audition, you've got to expect some kind of flack for it.
Well, look, you've turned everybody around. I was in a cinema filled with women and they were swooning. But anyway, you also played another really hot guy in the Harry Potter film, Cedric Diggory. Now, is there anything from that experience that can prepare you for the phenomenon of Twilight?
Not particularly. I mean, you know, there's no way to... Everything is just sort of unexpected, I guess. But, you know, it's just kind of... I don't really think you need to prepare for stuff. If you just sort of see it as all as a bit of, you know, everything's transient, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of... Then it works. It's when you start eating into your own hype, but then that's when everything goes wrong.
Yeah. Well, has life changed for you at all? I mean, you've been to a couple of those premieres, and the girls have been going crazy.
It is weird. I mean, luckily I never used to go out of my house too much, so like that hasn't really. So I don't really see the change too much. It's weird in airports when people take your photo and you just got off a plane. That's kind of annoying.
But besides that, nothing much.
Yeah, nothing really.
Now, Edward's not only a vampire, but he feels a bit like a superhero in some of the powers that he's got. I mean, his speed and leaping about, and we saw that in the first date. You took Bella on, on the treetops. What was that like, filming that scene, and are you scared of heights?
That was terrifying. It was one of the most terrifying things I've ever done in my life. Because we were up in that tree as well. It's
really?
Yeah, it's not even a green screen. It's like... and it was on the side of a cliff, and it was wet and kind of... it was horrible.
Oh my God, could it get any scarier?
That was pretty scary. And it was just so cold as well, and people were just saying, "Look like you're having fun." It's like, I'm not having fun. It's horrible.
Is it over yet?
Yeah, it's impossible to act when you're 200 feet in the air.
Well, what was the best part about being involved in this movie?
I guess just because there was such a young cast, which is very rare to have. I mean, everybody in it was right in the same age bracket, and so it was really nice. And we were all staying in the same place in this little town, and they were all quite good people. So I think that was probably the most fun thing. It was a really nice, like, working environment. Yeah. I think that was probably the best thing.
Oh, cool. And what's next for you?
I don't really know yet. I'm gonna have Christmas with my family, and then. I guess I'll just see. I have no idea. I don't really have any plans set in stone other than the Twilight sequel in March.
I was going to ask, when does that start filming?
Yeah, in March in Canada, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Can you tell us, for those of us who haven't read the books yet, what's in store for Edward?
Well, basically, he's not really in it, the second one. He kind of... He leaves Bella. I'm giving everything away now. Yeah, because
way!
Yeah.
I'm devastated.
Well, it's because she loses a lot of blood in front of his whole family, and they all go nuts and try and kill her and drink it, and so Edward just thinks, all right, this is a little bit ridiculous. Let's skedaddle.
Yeah, well, that would make any girl want to leave a man, even one as beautiful as Edward.
Licking the blood off the floor, yeah.
Well, Robert, thanks so much for spending time with us. It was really cool speaking to you, and enjoy this Twilight phenomenon, and enjoy Christmas.
Thanks very much, you too.
Thanks, Robert.
That is our Serena Bellissimo there talking to Robert Pattinson. He played the brooding vampire Edward.